Listen, the transfer of wealth is happening, whether you like it or not. The transfer of wealth is happening. The question is, are you going to be on the right side of the transfer or the wrong side? Could BG Wealth Sharing be the right side? Possibly. But like I always say, only time will tell. I'm currently sitting at 2150 in the account. And, I asked yesterday, do y'all think that Professor Stephen Beard is real or fake? And people in the comments pretty much was saying, hey, the money is real. The money is real. Those who are already a part of BG Wealth Sharing and they have already made withdrawals, they were already saying, look, the money is real. That's all they're basing it on. Is the money real? There's a couple of people that said some things that, questions the validity of Professor. But while y'all are debating the man, I'm just paying attention to the math. And right now, the math is mathing. And that's all I can say about that. Now, this is what you got to understand. Nothing has guarantees in life in general and investments. So invest at your own risk, whatever you're willing to risk. If you want to be a part of BG Wealth Sharing to see if you can get your money to double, as many people across the world have been able to do, it's a link down below that allows you to do so. And if so, then, and it's a good fit for you, then we welcome you. If not, no big deal, no pressure. I'm just documenting my journey. Now, this is what I want to address as well, because a lot of people have had issues. And before I get to that, because this is something that's important, you have to find something that works for you that allows you to outpace inflation. You have to. It's different things that go up daily. They say inflation happens every so often. Listen, if you pay attention to the grocery store, if you go to the grocery store as often as we do, you can look at certain items and see that they doubled the price in a matter of a few days. Like, yeah, they may go back down and run a sale, but that's their version of inflation, meaning that they can change the prices at will, meaning that if something once cost $1.99, for example, but then you go in there another day and it's $3.99, they've effectively just marked up a price 100% practically, and people are still buying it at that price. So if you don't have something that allows you to double your money in a rather relatively shorter time frame, then you're doing yourself a disservice, because companies know how to do it, businesses know how to do it, banks know how to do it, the government knows how to do it. So we as individuals have to know how to do it. And that's why so many people are raving and doing whatever it takes to join BG Wealth Sharing, because it looks like a potential solution to the way that finances or our finances have been hit due to inflation, due to taxes, due to, the cost of goods and services increasing, due to interest, high interest on certain things. So yes, it makes sense. So don't knock a person who's doing what they can to try to figure out what ways they can maximize the growth of their money that they worked hard for, and now they want to see it grow and multiply. Yes, there are other ways, other strategies people use, investing, stock market, crypto, all of those things. And none of that is to say that you shouldn't do that in addition to testing out BG Wealth Sharing. But you can't knock a person for trying to do right by their family and figure out ways to speed up the process. That just is what it is. Now, that out of the way, I want to touch on the link issue, because there are some issues as it relates to the ink. That's one of the things that somebody in the comments said. They said, look, I love BG Wealth Sharing. The only issue I have is the issues with the link, because it's so many different people clicking these links to the point where it looks like, the link is spam, or, phishing, or all of these different things oftentimes. And I get it, because I don't like the link issue as well. However, there may be a possible solution. Check out this video.
So to fix this DSJ issue, you just gotta enter / right here, H5 / iOS. That's it. You're good to go.
Now, I tried that with multiple links that were not working, and they actually worked just fine. That said, consider using this. Now, if you're not a part of BG Wealth Sharing, then that won't make sense to you. However, if you want to be a part of BG Wealth Sharing, so that way you can start multiplying your money or seeing if it's a good fit for you. All investment has risk. This is not financial advice. This is for documentation, educational, experimental, entertainment, person, reasons only. That's the purpose of this. I want to document my journey, share it with those who are not in the community so they can decide what's right for them, but also those who are part of the community, of course. They tend to tap in and share their success as well. In every video, I want you to continue to share your daily success. Like, every day in BG Wealth sharing, your money is growing. If you're doing your copy trades every day, your money is growing. So it's important for you to do your part and make sure that everybody who's tapping into each and every video understands how you're growing. Just like I document my journey, feel free to document your journey in the comments. Why is that important? Because every day they're looking for a BG to fail. Well, if you show up, and it's not just me posting the videos, showing, the growth, showing the different scenarios and my perspectives on these different scenarios, but you're in the comments, you're like, yep, my money grew another $20+ in this day, and you're every day sharing your documentation, then it just adds extra validity to it. Plus, as you continue to withdraw, that additionally adds validity to it. So as I document my journey, you document yours in the comments, and it's going to be pretty powerful to see everybody growing on a day-to-day basis, even if you're not creating the videos, doing the screenshot, because this takes commitment and consistency to do this every day, day in, day out, sometimes multiple videos per day. But if you're documenting your journey down in the comments, that doesn't take no time. You're just able to look at what you got going on in your DSJ. How much did you grow the previous day? Boom, drop it below. How much were you able to withdraw? What did you do with what you draw? Every day, I want y'all dropping y'all stories and testimonies down below, because it helps to add comfort to those who are considering joining. Now they can say, you know what? This many people might not be wrong. And I say might not just because I know that only time will tell. Hindsight 2020. Could I be wrong? Possibly. Could this be the transfer of wealth that you didn't know you needed? Absolutely. Because I know you heard of wealth being transferred. And wealth transfers all the time from different entities. At one point, it was all about websites, e-commerce. AI came along. And now it's still about some of those things, but a lot of wealth is being transferred when it comes to automation, AI. So even if a person thinks that Professor Stephen Beard is not real or is AI, there's a lot of AI involved, we're going into a different phase to where if that was the case, could that be of benefit? And the reason why I say this, say something about, BG Wealth sharing is AI generated, which they use, different things that are AI related. But say something about it, came out to be more so AI. Okay. The thing that has been historically an issue as it relates to certain people or things trying to do something for the everyday individual is that when it's a human only aspect of it, sometimes ego gets involved and it doesn't go to the level that it could, because it's ego involved. Either it's jealousy on the outside of those who see this person getting this attention, or the person gets so much attention it goes to their head, and now they're at a place mentally to where they don't sustain what they were intentionally building for in the first place. It once was for the everyday individual trying to bring right to humanity, but then ego got in the way and knocked that down from where they were intentionally going. So that being said, that's something to consider as well. Could there be a need for something that's already programmed in a way that allows people to keep the mission the mission? And this mission is to put wealth in the hands of the everyday individual who's willing to embark on this journey and go through the ups and downs, the peaks, the valleys, the negativity that's associated with, the platform from those who are on the outside. Because those who are on the inside, they always have good vibes, good energy, good testimony, and they may share the things that they dislike, like I mentioned with the link. But more importantly, they're sharing their progress, they're sharing their success, they're sharing how this is totally different from what they've experienced, they're sharing their growth and things that they're able to do. So that being said, that's just something for you to consider. That's just my perspective, something random I wanted to drop into this video. But nonetheless, the wealth transfer, or the transfer of wealth, is happening. The transfer of wealth is happening, and it's up to you to determine if you want to get right or get left. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.